I want to show you what we have in store for you for the next version of CueTimer that's scheduled to come later this summer. We have 3 new features and we'll go through everything in this video. Stay tuned. What we want to do is to import event schedules. So let's say we have an event where the organizer gives you this schedule, and I want to be able to see all this information just by CueTimer. So what we can do now in the new version is first we look at this list in Excel or whatever event platform you're using. And now in CueTimer we can go to configure list, and we can customize this list any way we like. So the first thing I'm going to do is to hide things that I don't need hands-on access to. So for example, this alert, or this is a new way for the wording, we'll come back to this later, the alert too. But these are things that you can set fixed as a template. You're not changing it during the event. So there's no need to see it all the time. And also the speed, I'm not planning to change the speed, so I'd rather hide it. And the counter also, this is nice to have, but not really necessary. And then we're going to add 3 more columns to reflect this list that we have. So we add the event column like this, and then we add presentation, and we add the microphone. Then I want to change a little bit how this list looks. I want to start with the start time, and then have the duration and the end, because this is how it looks in our original event schedule. And yeah, I think I will just hide this ID as well. And then now let's put the event here, the presentation, and the microphone like this. Okay, so now you can see this one more or less mimics this list. And in addition to some timer specific things like the timer type and the end action, we'll come back to this, why I want this. What we can do now is to copy this list and go to the import menu. We paste it, and now we match the columns. So start time is start, the event is the event here, presentation. So this is something that you have to do manually. So the name is the speaker host, and the start is like this. Okay, we should be good to go. And now it's automatically filling out all the missing times. So it's auto calculated the start time, duration, and the end, everything like this. And this is because we have the auto schedule on, which make these calculations for us. And this means that you only need the start time in the schedule, and the rest will be figured out by CueTimer. So as you can see now, the big advantage here is that you no longer need this list during the event. So you can just use the CueTimer as a schedule, and not only as a countdown timer, but as your complete schedule. So now when you start this, you can get access to every information that you need to run the show. And if you remember that we hide some things, by accessing this button to the left, you get access to all the information, like the alerts and the speed. So if you want to change the speed, you can do it from here, and it's going to change in the list. But let's go back like that. So this means that you can hide columns, but they're not gone, they're just hidden, and you can then easily access them here. Or you can change your mind, and during the show if we find out that you need to change the alert, so you bring it back like this. And now it's here, all the information. So it's just hidden, not missing. So that's the configure column feature. that brings CueTimer more as a scheduled software and not just a content timer. And this is something that we hopefully can expand on in the future. I won't say too much, but you know, it would be great to have remote control of this list, right? And that's something that we will try to deliver. We are introducing something called the presenter window, which is a small window like this, which lives on top of the screen. It's a bit similar to the old preview window here. As you can see, they are behaving the same. The difference is that with the presenter window, you get controls on top, so that you can start and stop timers just from this window alone. And this can come in handy if you are in a PowerPoint presentation. So let's open PowerPoint here and I will just show you what I mean. So here, if you have one computer where you need to display your PowerPoint and maybe you have a timer on top, then when you are in the middle of PowerPoint presentation, you can add this window in the same computer and you can control it, so that if you are sharing this screen on the stage, or if you are a presenter who is having this computer and just showing directly on the projector, then you get this timer included. There's no need to have like an external device just for the timer. So the way it works is that this window, it always lives on top of PowerPoint. When you hover over it, you get these controls on the top. When the mouse moves away, the controls disappear. And this means that you can now start the timer. You have a perfect timer window on top of PowerPoint. The unique thing about this window is that it doesn't interfere with keyboard strokes. So I can move it around and still advance my slides. So it's really tailor-made to be on top of PowerPoint presenter view. And you can stop the timers, start it. You can also restart if you double push this one. And well, in order to do this, you first need to configure the list so that you only have one timer in the project like this. Then every time you push start, it's going to restart. Okay, and you can add minutes and distract. Basically, I think you can have complete control of your countdown, as long as you need to configure it first, how this looks, this window. As long as you do this preparation, then this is all you need to. This window, it's enough for a presenter or for you as an AV technician to display timers on top of PowerPoint. And here we have some presets, so you can have like 10 and 20, 30 or 40 minutes. And these presets are pre-configurable from the menu. So here we can go to sizes and positions and the presenter window, and let's say for our event schedule we have like 15 minutes, and we can look at the schedule and see that if there are a lot of speakers that speak for 50 minutes, then we can add this in the presets like this. So yeah, 40 and 45. So it's a good idea to maybe change these presets for your show, see what kind of timings you are dealing with. And now you get this. You see here, they are reflected. The changes are reflected here in the app. The last feature I want to show is the traffic light countdown. And I'm just going to show it to you how it works. So here we have a 25-second countdown, and after, when it's 20 seconds left, we go to alert number 1, and we change the style to get orange color. And then when it's 10 seconds left, we change the style again to be red. And when the timer is over, the style can change again, and in our case we are just gonna let the countdown blink a little bit to really make it clear that now it's time to finish. So what is new is this alert number 2, and why we added this is because this can give the presenter even more control of when it's time to wrap it up. So normally we would say to the speaker that when the timer is ended, it's time to finish. But what often happens is that all the speakers will go overtime. So they will wait until you see this red color, and then they will think about wrapping it up. But by adding this second red color that starts before the speak is finished, I think it's easier to make the speakers understand that you should try to target your speech so that it finishes before the whole time ends. So if every speaker can try to finish like after the second alert, but before the timer ends, then it's easier for you as an organizer to control the time for the whole event schedule. So you can say now when it's finished, then the host just goes on stage and tells you to finish. But these alerts is just tools for the presenter to keep the time. So this is what we are planning for the new version of CueTimer, which is coming later this summer. I hope this is interesting, and take care, and see you again soon.